everyone. Today, this is the intro video for the first video on AvocadoStudio. And today, I'm just going to be giving an introduction of how to use Roblox Studio, and so you can follow along and make your own games in Roblox and monetization, whatever. So basically, I'll also give you a few tips. So first, I'm going to start with like 2 tips. One, never use union. So like, if I wanted to make a door, let's say here's a part. Let's go up like this, and if you put like a part in here, and then scale up, and then scale through it, and then you go to model. Don't make that like that stuff, cause like if you just make it like that, it's not good for building, and it's just not that good. So please don't use it. And number 2, please don't use free models whenever you're building a game or whenever you're building and helping someone with like a map or something, you know. So please don't like use free models and like in here like that stuff. Okay, but you can use asset packs obviously. Okay, so let's start on how to use Roblox Studio. Okay, so here is like your mouse to drag anything like this. Move is just another way of doing it, but just like this to raise it and put it wherever you want. Scales to make it bigger and smaller. And then rotate is to move it around, basically. Here's like the paste, copy, cut. Cut is basically just delete, and then that's duplicate. Editor, so this is the terrain editor. This is how you add stuff like grass, and then there's like water and your material and all that stuff. Okay, and then here is the part. So this is where you'd like be building with. This is what you would be building with, like your tool, and then you would like scale it and do all this stuff like that. Here's your UI for GUIs. We're gonna get to that. Material is obviously just changing the material of the thing, like foil. I would change it, and then the color to that. Same thing. Lock makes it so you can't move it at all, and then you'd press it again and you can't move it at all or select it. Group is so if you have like 2 parts like this, let's just say we do that and then we add that, okay? And then see how they're like separated in the workspace? You drag it and then you would group it and be one model, so then you could both drag it together. Anchor, so if it's like in midair when you join a game to test it, it would stay in midair, but if you don't anchor it, it would just drop to the ground immediately. Here's the play button, resume, and then stop the test, team test, and then exit game whenever you're doing a team test. Game settings is where you publish the game, do all that stuff in here. File is where you're gonna publish the Roblox and how you're gonna publish the Roblox. And here's the toolbox. So that's basically for all this up here. Model is just basically all this thing. The align tool, it's basically just more, and then here's like weld effects, and then all the module stuff. Here's like the test, so it's a local server basically without publishing your game, and put how much players you want in it. Device, emulator, and then the toggle player, and then mute the audio. And then here's your view, so like you can press your output of how it'll show like print and all that, and that's what it'll show. Your asset manager, and then you'll have like an object browser, all this stuff. And then here are your plugins. So like you go on Roblox, find any building plugins like an avatar importer like this. Rotha, importing avatar, please wait. And then it'll do all this stuff like that, basically. And that's what it'll do basically. So we're just gonna have to wait for this to load. And it's importing an avatar. I wouldn't do this one. Do like the build rig or load a character already pros plugin. So no. Okay. So that's what that basically is. The top part. Let's get to the side. Okay, so workspace is basically everything on here. If you like delete the terrain, it'll delete everything. But everything in your workspace is basically your camera angle, your base plate, and whatever you're building with. in your meshes. Players is only for like testing if you wanted to like kick them or something. So lighting is like the sky. So like if you had anything in here, you would just delete it and it would just be a plain sky like this. Replicated first is just transferring stuff, and same thing with replicated storage. Like if you do this, it would do that on your device and that device. Server script service is basically all your script storage, basically. And then server storage is where you're going to be storing builds if you like in intermission or lobby screen. It'll load the map if you put in server storage in the codes. Starter GUI. So this one, you would do a screen GUI and then you would do like a frame, for instance. It'll bring you this. And then if I added something in the frame, it would be a text button, basically. It would be it would be connected with it, basically. So that's basically what that is, and then you put code and stuff to make it. So starter pack is where you would add like a sword. Like you can use models for this, for like starter pack sword. Put this in starter. So I'll put it in the starter pack, basically. It'll be right there. So that's what that will be. And then starter plays, your starter player script. So like in Line Runner, with it's like a Roblox thing made, it would be stuck like this, and you would only be able to rock and go like that. And then starter player scripts, if you did like a thing where you'd press F and a lightning thing would come out, that's what it'll do. Sound service is basically all your sounds and music in game. Your chat, so if you wanted to say like server, player has joined the game, which I'll probably make a tutorial on. Localization service is where you're on the world, and then the chest service, basically. And properties. So properties is like the last thing. Let's unlock this, and then you can move it. Okay, so properties is basically everything where you can make the name, parent, and everything. So it changes the position, the transparency, and basically all that. So like in here it would be the transparency, like make it 1, it would make that invisible. Yeah, you can change the colors in here. Color, double-sided foil material, the mesh ID, the data, the name, the oriented position, pivot, behavior, anchored, can collide, can touch, or whatever. And all that stuff, basically. So, that's going to be wrapping it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And please also check out my other channel for the Roblox gameplay. I'm not uploading on there anymore because I'm going to be uploading on here. But please consider subscribing. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.